Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, and what the hell is going on over at Xbox? Apparently, there's going to be another round of layoffs. There are going to be major layoffs, and this is going to be the fourth time in 18 months they've laid people off. So, again, I want to know what the hell is going on over there. Everybody's like, oh, it's all fine, guys. Everything's fine. They're going to be making a new console, and it's all going to be good, and it's everything's great. Yeah, I don't think things are so great. I don't think things are so great over there. And I understand that, everybody's laying off in video games right now. But apparently the Game Pass is not doing as well as they were hoping for. They want to try to turn Xbox into the Netflix of video games and turn it into more of a platform than a console. And I don't know what's up with the next console. I think they're saying 2027, and then they have the ROG Ally portable coming out. But again, it's Xbox branded. It's not actually, an Xbox console. And let's face it, this generation, they scrubbed out. They really didn't do very well. So, I don't know. Let's take a look at this, see what's going on. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Hey, check this out. Go out to badorks.com. That's badorks.com. We got about a week yet on these enamel pins. These are orcs or a-holes. And we're thinking maybe someday in the near future we might do a card game with these a-hole orcs and the different clans just doing rude things. I don't know yet, but these are some enamel pins based on some of the initial designs. Check it out on BackerKit. That's badorks.com. And if you're looking for more podcast content, go to news.clownfishtv.com. All right, so let's go to this here. This comes from Game Informer. The Verge has it, and all of it comes from Bloomberg. I think it was Jason Schreier again. Like, I swear I think he's like the only writer they have over there now that covers video games. But let's check this out. So major Xbox layoffs reportedly inbound for the fourth time in 18 months. And I had to go out to use Google AI here to get a timeline. This is how many layoffs they've had. So 2023, Microsoft announced company-wide layoffs impacting 10,000 employees across various divisions, including Xbox. Throughout 2023, they cut hundreds more jobs associated with Xbox. In 2024, 1,900 employees across Xbox. Yeah, well, might be an Xbox if they're one of the layoffs. Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision Blizzard. In May, Microsoft Gaming closed several studios, including Arcane Austin, Alpha Dog, and Tango Gameworks. And Tango Gameworks got a saving throw, thankfully, because Hi-Fi Rush was really, really good. September of last year, they laid off 650 employees from the Xbox gaming division, primarily affecting corporate and support functions. In January, a small round of layoffs targeting underperforming employees was reported across various Microsoft divisions, including gaming. If it was underperforming employees, I would not want to broadcast that they just got laid off from Microsoft, because everybody's going to be like, oh, you're one of them. Okay. In May, Microsoft announced layoffs affecting 3% of its total workforce, approximately 7,000 employees. In June, reports indicate managers within Xbox are anticipating further substantial cuts as part of a company-wide reorganization. This doesn't sound very good. A company-wide reorganization. The layoffs are expected to happen soon, coinciding with the end of Microsoft's fiscal year on June 30th. So let's see what's going on here. The fourth time in 18 months. Bloomberg reports Microsoft will cut thousands of jobs throughout its various divisions next week, as well, with sales being hit the hardest. Last year, Microsoft laid off 1,900 employees. Yep. They said these cuts have happened for many reasons. Chief among them is Microsoft's desire to boost profit margins and subsequent studio release struggles after its purchase of Activision Blizzard for $69 billion in 2023. That is an ungodly amount of money to pay for a declining video game studio. I mean, it's like, look, Activision Blizzard has seen better days, right? I mean, there's no denying that they have their hits, but like Blizzard especially, like they've seen better days. So this is an in development story. So let's see if Bloomberg has anything else. Again, this is Jason Schreier. He said this will be the fourth big layoff at Xbox in the past 18 months, following three major cuts last year and the closure of several subsidiaries. Xbox, which produces video game hardware and software, has been under pressure from Microsoft, to boost profit margins. They said the tech giant often makes major organizational changes close to the end of the fiscal year, which concludes on June 30th. See also Disney. If there are going to be a lot of Disney layoffs, it usually happens September, October, somewhere in there. They take a look at the numbers for the year and they're like, yeah, we need to trim the fat. Now, he's not going to come out and say why they're letting people go like they are, or why they have to continue to lay people off. I mean, quarter after quarter after quarter. And it's like, they're just not doing good, guys. And this is coming from The Verge. Tom Warren said he reported in Notepad earlier this month that Microsoft was planning Xbox layoffs potentially by the end of the month. I understand managers at Microsoft have been briefed about Xbox cuts and wider layoffs in other parts of Microsoft's businesses. The upcoming cuts are also expected to hit Microsoft's sales organization. Microsoft is planning to restructure parts of the Xbox business as it looks ahead to its next generation of consoles. One source tells me Microsoft is restructuring Xbox distribution across Europe. It's going to cease in some regions. Let's see what the comments are saying here. Hands to the face. I always feel like these numbers are kind of weak. 5% of the workforce. I want to see Microsoft get wild and lay off 50%. I want Word to not load so they're so understaffed. As AI continues to take over so many job sectors, UBI will become necessary. Universal benefits, I guess. And I think that, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering. I'm looking at this like, look, I am not a socialist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm very much a capitalist, but I'm like, yeah, what happens if there are no jobs? What are we going to do? I thought about this. I'm like, well, what do we do if the robots are doing everything? I think I talked with Mark Miller the other week, and we were talking about that. We're like, well, if the robots are doing everything and we don't have to work, and there frankly aren't enough jobs for people to work, what do we do? So it can either be a good thing, we all have a lot more free time, or we have to have a purge. I don't know. Sad for the industry, says only Sublime. Across all divisions related to Xbox, there are almost 2,300 employees before the layoffs. That's up there with NVIDIA, 32,000. Activision Blizzard alone has 15,000 employees. I mean, how do these studios balloon up to this size? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy when you look at the history of these companies. And look at Activision. It was started by a couple of ex-Atari employees. There's like 4 or 5 of them, I think. It was like David Crane, some other guys, and they started Activision. And then, they just kind of went along and started publishing more stuff, whatever. And now they got they picked up Blizzard along the way. Now they got 15,000 employees at one company. And they only put out a handful of games every year. It's crazy. These moves never actually do anything. Just numbers on a slide sheet report. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can cut staff and it doesn't have any impact on your business or how your business runs, you didn't need them in the first place. And I'm seeing that too, like social media companies, especially, the tech sector, they were laying off a bunch of employees, and most of these people were dead weight. They really weren't doing anything except collecting a paycheck. Was it Facebook? I think they had that one woman who worked for Facebook. She was in training for like a year and a half, getting paid like $200,000 a year. And she didn't actually have to do anything because she never got out of training, but they never noticed that they were still paying her. It's kind of like Office Space. Like, why are we paying this guy? You just move their stapler is what you do. You just move their stapler, right? Let's see here. Xbox is rapidly becoming a Game Pass company. That's what a lot of people are thinking. It's because of Game Pass. Nothing new on the horizon. Play the games anywhere kind of arrangement. PlayStation won the console wars. A shame, really, as I've had a 361 One X, no more. I'm sure Xbox will slim down even more in the future until it's just a collection of publishers who run everything. I agree with that. I actually we haven't purchased an Xbox since the 360. And we had a lot of fun with the 360. God, we used to play Connect all the time and with the kids, and I had so many games for the 360. I loved it. And then I didn't see the point in getting the one. I definitely didn't get the series X or whatever, SX. I don't care. Like I have multiple gaming PCs. I don't need an Xbox. I piss people off when I said, yeah, your Xbox is basically a poor man's gaming PC, a poor man's gaming rig that you can't upgrade. People got so pissed. This person said comically in the same boat, Xbox 361, One X, Series SX wasn't even a question for me. I think we will release our games on PC promise kind of killed the need for me personally. Yeah, I mean, what's the point? Why buy an Xbox? If all the games are coming to PC anyway, and they're probably going to run better, and you've already got a gaming PC, why the hell would you buy an Xbox? Sony's effectively doing that now. The PS5 is probably the last console I buy from them too. Yeah. I don't know, guys. What's this way? Xbox. The buzz around you is great now. Indiana Jones and Doom were critical successes, and there's a lot of excitement for your upcoming lineup. What do you think you'll do to keep up this momentum? Just fire everybody. That's what you do. See, there's been a recession in the tech sector. No, that's what they're telling you. If they're firing you, they're telling you due to macroeconomic circumstances, we have to cut your job. It's an excuse. I think what's actually going on. Now, one, the Game Pass thing, it was kind of an albatross, right? I think that's a big part of it. But I think that the AAA gaming space is quote unquote right sizing. I think they're getting rid of a lot of bloat. I mean, a decade plus of people they hired that don't need to be there, that bring no value, and in a lot of cases help destroy your company because they put out shitty games. They bitch about everything. They bitch about gamers, that whatever. And Ubisoft, look at Ubisoft. They're in really bad shape right now too. And gamers just don't want these games, right? They don't want the AAA titles like they did. Do you need an Xbox console? I don't think anybody needs an Xbox console if everything's going to PC anyway. I mean, I can see a Switch too before I can see another Xbox. Let's put it that way, right? Because at least the Switch and Nintendo in general has always kind of existed in this weird casual space. Like their consoles are for casuals, but they're also kind of a toy too, and they have a ton of exclusive games. You're not going to get the latest Zelda on a computer legally. You probably could run it on a PC, but you're not going to get it legally, right? So, I mean, Nintendo systems, consoles are usually worth buying because it's an experience you can't get any other way, but there's nothing special about Xbox. There's nothing that separates it from any other console at this point. Like I said, it's just a poor man's gaming PC that you can't upgrade. That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, unless they really wow us with whatever the next generation of consoles look like. But I mean, again, as more and more gamers just drop consoles altogether, it's gonna be a tough sell. I think. I don't know. Anyway, there we go, guys. Lots of people getting fired, getting laid off, probably. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what's left. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Go out to badorks.com. Check out this campaign. We'll talk to you guys later. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.